Welcome to KSRIS Academy. And now let's get into the daily news headline analysis of 21st September 2021. Stubble burning. Government to spray biodecomposer in paddy fields. So paddy crop harvest అయిన తర్వాత a land లో remnants అనేవి ఉండిపోతాయి, crop యొక్క remnants, which we call as straw or stubble. So farmers, in order to clear their land for their next crop, they usually burn the stubble as it is the most easy and cheapest way. దీనివల్ల నేషనల్ క్యాపిటల్ రీజియన్ ఇంకా అడ్జాయినింగ్ ఏరియాస్లో ఎయిర్ పొల్యూషన్ పెరుగుతోంది. సో రీసెంట్గా పూసా ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ టెక్నాలజీ, విచ్ ఇస్ లొకేటెడ్ ఇన్ ఢిల్లీ, have discovered a biodecomposer which turns straw into manure. So Delhi government will start spraying the biodecomposer for free in 4,000 acres of paddy fields in Delhi from October 5th in order to tackle the stubble burning. Biodecomposer is a solution which, if sprayed in fields, decomposes straw and stubble into manure. So this biodecomposer is a solution of 7 fungal species. Excess September rainfall shrinks monsoon deficit to 3%. The September rainfall in India is 27% more than what it is normal for the month. In the month of August, we face 9% deficit in Indian monsoon, but September rainfall 27% excess paddam valla, this 9% deficit has now shrunk to 3%. With a fresh rain-bearing pressure belt system forming in the Bay of Bengal, monsoon retrieval is also expected to be delayed. The deficit in August brought India dangerously close to a drought-like situation with a nearly 9% deficit, but a resurgence of rains in September has narrowed the deficit to 3%. Rainfall was excess in all regions of the country. In central India, there was 71% excess of rainfall, and in northwest India, there was 26% above normal rainfall. Monsoon completely withdraws from India around mid-October, and in order for the monsoon to retrieve, there should be an anticyclonic wind in the lower troposphere region, and there should also be considerable reduction in moisture content. Western Ghats offer major additions to flora. The Botanical Survey of India, this has been founded in the year 1890. It comes under Ministry of Environment and Forest. It's an apex research organization on taxonomic and floristic studies on wild plant species. So its objective is to explore plant resources and identify the economic virtue. And its headquarters is located in Kolkata. In its new publication, Plant Discoveries 2020 have added 267 new taxa or species to the country's flora, which includes 119 actinosperms, 3 pteridophytes and 5 birophytes, 44 lichens, 57 fungi and 21 algae and 18 microbes. In the year 2020, 202 new plant species were discovered across the country and 65 new records were added. So now latest estimate of plant diversity in India stands at 54,733 taxa. Nine new species of balsam and 1 species of wild banana were discovered in Darjeeling, and 1 species each of wild jamun from Coimbatore and Tamil Nadu and fern were recorded from Kandhamal in Odisha. Now there are 14 new macro and 31 new microfungal species recorded, and 22% of discoveries were made from Western Ghats, followed by Western Himalayas, which contributed up to 15%, and 14% by Eastern Himalayas, 12% by Northeast Ranges, 10% by West Coast, and 9% by East Coast. And South Deccan contributed up to 4% each, while the Central Highland and North Deccan added 3%. Government lists uniform norms for fortified rice. So Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution have issued uniform parameters for fortified rice kernel for grade A and common rice. So fortified rice kernel, I think these are in the shape of rice and they are made of mix of minerals and vitamins. So normal rice తో పాటు 1% fortified rice kernel అనేది బ్లెండ్ చేయాలని చెప్పి మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ కన్స్యూమర్ అఫైర్స్ అండ్ ఫుడ్ అండ్ పబ్లిక్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఇష్యూ చేశారు. These specifications have been issued in respect of paddy, rice, and other coarse grains, namely jowar, bajra, maize, ragi. These specifications also include standard of rice for issue to states and UTs for distribution under targeted public distribution systems and other welfare schemes based on uniform specifications of rice for KMS 2020. So targeted public distribution systems and welfare schemes కింద వచ్చే రైస్ యొక్క స్టాండర్డ్స్ ని కూడా స్పెసిఫై చేస్తారు. India at Shanghai Cooperation Organization exercising Russia with China. So SCO is constituted in the year 2001. Its official languages are Russian and Chinese. It is an intergovernmental international organization. It is formed on the basis of economic, political, and military, and it aims to maintain peace, stability, and security in Eurasian region. SCO member states వచ్చి China, India, Kazakhstan, Russia, Pakistan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. A contingent of Indian Army and the Air Force is now participating in the SCO exercise Peaceful Mission 2021 at Russian Orenburg. So Russian Orenburg lo mana Indian Army and Air Force SCO exercise Peaceful Mission 2021 lo participate chestunam, and China and Pakistan are also participating. And meanwhile, India and Nepal armies commenced the 15th India-Nepal Combined Battalion Level Military Training Exercise, Surya Kiran, which will continue till October 3rd. Thank you.